Hello everyone, if you don't know me, I'm Peter. And there are times when I ask myself questions and wonder why I buy certain cars. Maybe deep down I just can't resist getting into trouble. If you missed the last episode, I bought this broken Mercedes E500 W211. I was overconfident thinking I could fix it, but now it's getting complicated. So in this episode we'll see if by the end I finally managed to fix this car. Or not. I think you're going to have the chance to make fun of me compared to the previous video that ended abruptly with a rage quit. That rarely happens to me, but I admit that one pushed me over the edge. Now I'll explain. Right now, the engine runs perfectly and the check engine light is off. You might be wondering what happened. Maybe I was foolish, but we'll never know the real problem. That is, you saw, I changed the injectors, I let it run, and the check engine light came back on. It started running on that cylinder again, and I honestly began to lose it. Especially since after that I turned off the camera, because honestly, I'm telling you, I was fed up. I diagnosed it again, and this time, the diagnostic tool gave me this result. Misfire on cylinder 3. It's crazy, we're discussing 1 or 2. I put the wrong injector on one, so normally it should have been misfire in cylinder 1, but somehow I got cylinder 3, then something else happened. I thought maybe it was the battery, I don't know why. I wondered if low voltage on an injector or coil was due to the nearly dead battery. Maybe it's causing an error, so I changed the battery. I also didn't want to film that. As I said, I rage quit, changed the battery, and restarted the car. And guess what? I let it run again, and the check engine light came back on. Still on error number 3. And something crazy happened. That is, when I change the battery, you do it in the trunk. So I removed the trunk tray, and what did I find in the trunk tray? This is really something I wasn't expecting it. A small cardboard box with a new injector inside. And then I thought maybe when I took out the injectors and put them on the workbench, I might have gotten a bit mixed up. Is it possible that at some point I put the faulty injector on cylinder 3? Just to be sure, since I was lucky to find a new injector in the trunk. That's not all. There was also an oil can, a coil wire, and 2 spark plugs. That further proves they really tried to fix the car. So I took that new injector and put it on cylinder 3. I cleared the error, let it run for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. After that, the check engine light stayed off. So either a second injector failed when I tried to fix it, or I got mixed up and put the wrong injector on cylinder 3. In any case, now it has 2 new ones. About a week went by in the meantime. Before I could resume work, I was waiting for the tapered overalls, which have now arrived. Let me tell you, the quality is incredible. It's my brand after all. Let's restart it now to check if the check engine light stays off. Alright, let's take a look at this. There we go. First, is it going to start up properly? Oh, I forgot to get gas. That's right, it's out of gas. First of all, it starts up perfectly, and obviously the check engine light still isn't on. The engine runs smoothly, which is a good sign. Let's put it in the garage. Well, the first step is going to be managing to get it onto the lift, because since it's lowered, I can't put it on the lift anymore. So the goal is going to be to put a jack under the back to lift it, then I can use the lift and, well, lift it up on the lift. We'll quickly disassemble the coilovers since there's nothing special to show. And I think we've seen enough coilovers on my channel. So I'm gonna take off the wheels first. Remove the shock absorbers. After I take off the front ones, I'll show you what I'll install. Because we developed a special kit with Raceworks Performance, which is a kit to convert from air suspension to regular suspension. And I have to admit, I'm pretty proud of that. You'll see we also changed a few little finishing touches. So for now, it's a test kit. Once again, I'm the beta tester on my own car. Whether it's the new version of the kit or the conversion from hermetic to standard. Usually, that shouldn't be a problem. I just need a small box to trick the car into thinking it still has the hermetic system. You can get that for about $20 in the United States. However, our conversion kit is much cheaper than those in the United States or elsewhere. I'm really happy about that. Let's go. Tonight, I'm coming home with you. I'll use this time to take apart the front too. I'll do the oil change first so it drains while I take things apart. Then the oil change will only take 5 minutes. Perfect, because I don't know the history of this one. And I refuse to drive cars that haven't at least had an engine oil change. Once that's done, I'll work on the differential and gearbox. It's done. I managed to take them apart. I can tell you it wasn't a walk in the park. Actually, the whole assembly, well, the shock absorber is about this big, and that's a disaster. To get it through, I disconnected the stabilizer bar and turned the steering left and right to get it to fit. Wow. I'm soaked. That was complicated. All right, I'm gonna get the 2 front coilovers. I'll show you that. And at least I'll install them already. That should be easier. Next, I'll tackle the rear. I'm not sure what to expect, but there's a 50-50 chance it's a real mess. There you go, that's what I'm putting on it. So, for those who don't know yet, I started my own brand of coilovers and big brake kits with Thibaut, who owns the GMT facility where we are. And in front of you is a prototype of a V2, the RWP coilovers that we produced. We added a small engraved logo on the top mount, but it won't appear on all coilovers. Just a heads up. This applies only to certain car models. Where the top mount is marked RWP, there's a small groove here, mainly for aesthetics versus the new top mounts, and you'll see it here too. On the locking rings, the finishes have been improved a little bit more. Now we have satin bodies, but like I said, this only applies to certain types of coilovers. And above all, we're really working hard to develop a range for French cars because we didn't have any French cars in our lineup. So everything like the 106, 206 Megane Renault Sport and so on. Now, we can make them. It's all good. There's no problem. So now, installing this on the E500 and we'll finally get back to a proper chassis height. Normal, so I can actually drive it, especially because I really want to drive this car. It's done. I won't hide from you that it was long and difficult. Good thing I didn't film, since it's already 6 and I started at 12:30. I think I'd still be here at midnight if I had to film. The car's on all 4 coilovers. That's it. I'm not going to adjust the height tonight because otherwise I'll never get out of it. But in the front, it's fine for me. In the back, I did my best. It looks like it's bursting on the ground, but actually when you lower yourself, it's fine, but the back is a little too low for me. The main issue is that to properly adjust the right height, you must disassemble the shock absorber in front of the spring collar, which allows you with the wrench to make the turns. And honestly, I have to admit, I just couldn't be bothered.
Next time I have free time, I'll put it back on the lift and maybe add something.
Raise the back by 2 centimeters. The front adjusts easily with its coilover shock. I'm finishing up. Oh yeah, I also changed the transmission mount. I'm starting to doubt whether the transmission mount was actually bad or not, because when I look at it like this, it doesn't look bad and I think I was misled. Now, I might have to deal with an engine mount, which really annoys me since we already did that on Nico's CLK. It wasn't annoying, but it wasn't easy. Now I'll finish checking my oil level electronically. So I just did it. It told me to add another liter, so I'm going to add a liter. And I think, so I'll drive it home tonight then. Maybe I'll finally see if it runs well and what else to watch for. Maybe I'll add just a little bit more. There, that's 4 liters. It shows the level is good, but I haven't checked the oil filter yet. It's not filled, but it's fine now. Oil level, shock absorber and gearbox mount are all good. Test drive. I'm going to try to get home with it and I'll get back to you at home to tell you how the test went. If I got home with it, I might take another drive during the day since it's night now and you can't see much. We're back on board the E500, so let's start by laying things out right away. Yes, the check engine light is on again. Let's stay calm. For those who don't know, this video was filmed over several days, even weeks. And for a week, I drove the car. After taking it out of the garage, I changed the suspension and I didn't have that darn check engine light. And now it's been back for 3 days. Honestly, I don't understand. When it came on, the car went back to that cylinder. And now, as we're driving together, I put it in neutral. I have all 8 cylinders. There's no problem. All 8 cylinders are working. I'm not going to do any acceleration right now because it's definite. The engine mounts are shot. If I hit the gas and let off, the engine drops back down. It makes an awful noise. I found out because I did a half throttle acceleration and it was extremely violent.
I'm not doing it. Tomorrow, I'm changing the engine mounts with Nico at the garage. But I don't understand the check engine light.
Everything was fine. When it started, it ran on 7 cylinders for a few seconds, and then all 8 cylinders are working again, so I'm wondering if the cylinder 1 connector is the issue, since the diagnosis pointed to it. So I'm going to buy another connector. I'm going to solder a new connector onto cylinder 1 on cylinder 1's coil. Worst part is, after 3 days it happened again. I took it for a drive with my wife, and on the way, it shut off. And then it turned back on last night. I don't understand anything anymore. It's scary, but I'll still talk to you about the car now that we can see it driving. And that we're driving it, the comfort. Well, it's a W211, there's nothing to say. We're well seated, it's soundproofed, everything's fine. It's an excellent car. As I mentioned, everything inside works. The air conditioner, I hope, I understood that it works, so that's good. It can handle its job as a daily driver this summer without any problem. The gearbox works fine and starts well. It only acted up once or twice, I think. When you turn the starter, it just clicks even though the battery is new. So what is that? I don't know. But apart from that, everything seems okay. The regulator works. The steering is okay, a bit heavy. And yet I changed the fluid off camera 2 days ago. I'm not going to film that for you. There's nothing very interesting about it. It probably improved the steering smoothness by about 50%. But it still feels a little stiff, I think. So, if there are any W211 owners out there in the comments, I'd like to know if you too. The steering is a bit stiff, I'll say a bit. It's not unassisted steering, but otherwise the car seems fine, so I'm happy. Now I can drive it peacefully. I'll be able to take it for its inspection so I can get my registration. Overall, it's pretty okay. So what I suggest now, since, well, I can't do an in-depth test for you, not even of the chassis or anything. We'll meet again at the garage with Nico at GMT for the engine mount replacements.
I don't feel like it.
Nicholas, 35, a pastry chef from Cantal, is here today to help change the engine mounts. Oh.
What a handsome man.
What do I have to do now? Do I have to do your supports?
Yeah.
I'm too lazy, man. Come on, let's have a drink.
Shall we get out of here?
Let's go have a drink instead.
Go ahead, it's fine. We'll also look at what we can remove to get more sound.
Are you sure? It's different from mine.
Is that true?
You have a stable bar and rack in the middle, but I had nothing there.
Yeah, but it's easier in the back.
No, removing it will be a pain, but...
I can see it clearly now. If I remove this, I can see clearly.
Ah, but do you think you're going to take that off?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, man.
Aren't you taking off the Cater?
No!
Why wouldn't we take it off?
We hadn't taken anything off, man.
Yeah, but why wouldn't we take it off here for me?
Because you're going to make your life miserable for nothing.
Hey, man. I take off the cat. On the left, it comes out. On the right, it comes out.
Wait, I'm just checking. Yeah, man, there are more things. You have 2 cats, man.
Yeah, here and here. 2 cats, 1 intermediate, but you don't have a resonator, and 2 big mufflers in the back. Hey, honestly, I'll cut here. I'll cut here. Weld the pipe back, and it'll exit behind the wheel. Thanks, goodbye.
Anyway, we took apart the exhaust line.
Yeah, it should be more accessible, right?
Ah, well, still.
How much is it? It was...
That? I have no memory of it, man. I think that was it. Yeah, that's it.
Is it 16?
Yeah. So, wait, but actually, to loosen it, I used the scavenger's technique.
Well, yeah, because there's not much movement here.
Yeah, I did it like this way.
Accessibility here isn't great.
Yeah, there we go. It's already loosening up. On that, it started, but now we'll struggle, right? We're just talking nonsense here, but did you know earlier? Was I tightening instead of loosening in the previous scene?
No.
Shame trail.
That's it, we've removed both screws. I was quick on my side, just 3 minutes, but here it's different. Did you see any shame trails?
Yes.
Where?
Didn't you see there today?
No.
The sky's all grey.
I hate doing this, man.
Go ahead, listen. I'll tell you if it's good.
She's moving.
Go ahead, you can do it.
Wait, we're going to secure it, look.
Go ahead, it's lifting.
Yeah, it blocked it.
Yeah, the block moved.
Oh, I see the car moving. Look. Damn, I don't like this.
The problem is actually we need to lift it higher. See, you're right there.
Yeah, it's fine. Remove it. Unscrew it.
Wait,
Yeah, go ahead. I think we're going to have to lift a bit more.
there's a notch. It was all the way, I think. I didn't lift much on the CLK.
Yeah.
No, you'll see if it goes well. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, easy.
So do you want to see?
After that, it's mainly the one on the left.
Oh yeah, it was cracking.
It was cracking, but the left one still makes noise. Before.
We'll see.
I'm doing this for him. Both flex joints and bushings are new. Wait, shouldn't we put this one in first?
Well, yeah, we have to set it aside.
Yeah, actually, it's super easy compared to yours. Yeah. Well, that's it. We found where the problem comes from.
Look, you could even take it off.
Okay, it's really greasy inside.
Yeah, there's a lot of grease in there. That's why it was clunking. You'll notice the difference when you start it. Your car is already quiet and comfortable.
But I really hope the flex discs aren't faulty, because you saw, I told you my gear lever was moving too.
Yeah, but maybe it's because of the flexing of the flex discs that are twisting.
It might be that, or the super mounts, I'm not sure. We'll see, but comfort will improve. And remember, it's scraped.
You know what's scary? When you start it up, it feels like there's no engine, just like an electric car.
We're back from lunch. Nico has left, and all I have left is putting the second exhaust pipe back on. But we won't stop there. I have an idea. I'll take apart the back of the exhaust line and remove it. I'm going to start on the exhaust by removing the two rear mufflers, which should make it a bit louder. That's actually very nice, by the way. Thanks for repainting the bumper along with the muffler. We'll leave the 4 catalytic converters for now. And the main resonator. And if it doesn't make enough sound, or if the sound is terrible, I'll remove this one and put in 2 pipes. But I think for now I'll just leave the catalytic converters. And if I really want to make a mess, I'll remove these catalytic converters here. And at worst here, I'll put a little Simons to give the sound a bit more growl. And tone it down a bit. There, go ahead, unscrew it completely. And okay, go ahead. Take it with me, perfect. Go ahead, let's set it down. And there you go.
And actually, I want to keep the mufflers that blow downward.
Because one day I did the same thing on a 190. I cut the exhaust flush and I had a little problem. The thing is, the exhaust gases were coming back up into the trunk, and when the trunk was full of exhaust gases, it would get into the cabin. After 4 or 5 minutes of driving, it was over. You could open the windows and do whatever you wanted. It was so soaked in the back, and I later realized it was coming in through the cabin. So, you opened the windows. It didn't work. It only filled the cabin with exhaust fumes.
It was undrivable and made our eyes sting. Since then, I've always told myself,
exhaust pipes under the car are a no-go unless you angle them downward. That should work. If the same thing happens again, are we really comparing a 190 to a W211? There are still many extra insulators. I'll cut again, make some pipes, and move them further back, but this will work for me. Alright, the car is on the ground, everything is put back together, so I didn't film because I had to get my ass moving. T-Boat needed the lift. Well, the check engine light will still be on. I'll run the diagnostics again before leaving to see what the error is this time. Alright, let's go. Oh. It's quite at idle. I feel like accelerating will cause it to resonate, but on the bright side, there's already good news.
It's not high-pitched, so it's exactly what I wanted.
Oh, already, I feel like there's no more movement in the gearbox. Oh. Ah, yeah, it's really echoey. Not bad at all.
Could you make it sound sexy when you accelerate? Go ahead, I'll try.
This way, at least, I'm testing the engine mounts. Oh, it resonates. Oh, it resonates. Actually, it sounds like a boat. It sounds like an engine. You know, a bit enclosed in a cabin or something. But now I can finally accelerate with this car. Yeah, it feels a bit free. Yeah, it's good now. No more movement. Yeah, it's good. There's no movement at all anymore. So the engine mounts really were busted. Alright, here we go. See you for the, well, I don't know, 77th, 80th day of work on this V8 in this Mercedes E500.
Today, hoping that this will be the last time I come to work on it.
The job will be to change the 8 injectors that a kind subscriber generously sent me.
Thanks again 1,000 times to you. This will surely help me out. He sent me injectors from an engine he bought that has 150,000 kilometers. So they'll be in better condition than the 400,000 I have here. I'll have one more operation to do, which I'll do again at home. It'll be to redo this connector the same way as this one, but I haven't received it yet. At least this way, we're sure to also eliminate the error on cylinder number 1, and also we're going to change both lambdas. Ever since we removed the exhaust line to work on the engine mount, the lambdas have shown an error. This morning was such a mess, I can't even describe it. When I got here, I might have been running on just 6 cylinders. First, we'll change the injectors and only use Bosch, which will be identical and already used on a CLK 500. At least with the injectors, I can rule out that problem, which is already good progress.
We've disassembled everything, removed the fuel rail, and prepped the injectors. Now we're in the engine room to test them.
But especially to clean the ones that the kind subscriber gave me. So they're not very, very dirty, but we're still going to clean them and test them. And at the same time, it'll give me a chance to use this machine that I haven't used yet today. I'm learning as I go and noticing some mysterious things. This is my first time disassembling the injection rail. And I see, for example, that on this side, all the little injector holders are white. Okay, like this. And on the other side, they're not white. I think there's already been some modification at this level. The injectors may have been changed before. But most importantly, I just noticed the small notch that keeps the injector from moving side to side, right here. Well, how can I say the little notch on the injector is really small? On the other side, which I think hasn't been touched, you can see it fits perfectly with the ring's width. And on all the new injectors, it's the same. It's really thick. So I think that in the end, these 8 injectors, so it really won't be hard to change them. I also bought new seals. That way, I'll have peace of mind. For now, I'll leave everything as is to avoid mistakes. First, I'm going to take care of the 8 injectors, clean them and test them, and then one by one, I'll change them calmly to make sure I don't mess anything up and that I don't get the orientation of the injectors wrong or anything else. And after that, we can put everything back together calmly. So, the method I'll use to clean the injectors, it's simple. First, I'll soak the lower nozzle in cleaning fluid and activate it by connecting them. Next, I repeat the process with the upper nozzle. Usually, after about half an hour, everything should be fine. I'll get back to you when it's done, then do the same for the other 4.
Well, the first cleaning is done. And honestly, when I see the state of the cleaning liquid, it's not a bad thing. It didn't hurt them.
Well, now that the injectors are clean again, we can really see from the state of the liquid that they really needed it. We're still going to test them, just to make sure everything is fine. So I'll start by testing the first row of 4 that I cleaned, then the second. After that, we'll calmly switch them on the injection rail and reassemble everything. All right, let's start the test. So unfortunately, we won't see much on the screen. But basically, this one is at 19 on the scale. This one too, and this one is just below 19. It's around 18.8.
I would say. So normally it's good. So the first 4 are already, okay, well, result of the second test of the other 4 injectors here were perfect.
Sorry if you can't see much, but we have all 4 at the 19 mark, so all 4 are identical and working perfectly. Now all that's left is to put them back on the injection rail. It's done and reassembled. I won't film since nothing interesting happened. It's still the same as before. I also replaced a cracked hose from the valve cover breather. It might fix a bad idle, but I'm not sure. I replaced it just in case. The coils and injectors are reconnected and the fuel rail is in place. It's back in place, where we're usually good. I'll put the engine cover back on to keep the filter here. Once Tib finishes his client's car, I'll replace the lambda sensors. Actually, I'll start now. I'm checking for improvement, but since I haven't cleared the fault, I doubt anything will change. I'll clear the fault after finishing the lambda sensors so I can start from a good baseline. And technically, there. I hope. Maybe I'll tell you in a future video, or I'll go for a drive with it. And I'll give you a little update later. Or you'll see it in a story on Instagram. That the check engine light won't be there anymore. I'm really puzzled by what just happened. I started the car, the check engine light was on. It's running like a charm, and the check engine light turned off by itself. Honestly, I have to admit, I don't know what's happening. I think the oxygen sensors are still faulty since they triggered several times, or maybe they showed a fault because there was a dead injector. I don't know. In any case, now that I have them, I'm going to replace them. But right now, the engine, it's running fine and the check engine light is off, but let's change the lambda sensors anyway. But there's a world where that's it. It's fixed. Finally, I'll be able to enjoy it. Cars really are something else, let's be honest. Sometimes there are incredible satisfactions like that. Questions like that. But now the engine is running and running really well. I'm so happy. Lambda, that's it. We're going to change both lambdas. What bothers me is that they're the ones before the catalytic converter. And in terms of accessibility, that's okay. I don't want to go to the front of the line again. Actually, lower it a bit. I think I can reach it with a wrench from here. Move it a little bit. It's here. This is the one we need to take apart, so this is the one that's involved. And while we're at it, we'll take this one apart too. They're a bit far, but I think it should work without any problem.
Without any major difficulties. The first one came out perfectly, and it's really white. I don't know. Maybe it burned out because of something.
Look at the way it looks. It's a bit whitish compared to the new one. It's supposed to look like this, so of course it looks better. I'm gonna change this one. It wasn't too tight, so it's fine. And then I'll change the batch. I just took apart the second one. It's a bit less whitish. Actually, I think that especially after cleaning it, this one should turn out pretty well. It wasn't faulty, so I'll keep it as a backup since it works, but we'll replace it with a new one. It looks like this. I just ran my fingers over it. It's pretty clean. But we're still going to replace it with a new one. Well, there you go. That's it. Both lambda sensors are finally replaced. Now I'm going to lower the car, clear all the errors, and I'm going to pray. But hope when I restart it, it runs smoothly and the check engine light stays off on the road. If that happens now, the last step is connecting cylinder 1. But I don't believe it for a second, and at that point I will have done everything. I just got home, and the return trip was more than difficult, even chaotic actually. The car wasn't running on 8 cylinders. Not on 7, not on 6, but on 5. I lost 3 cylinders on the way back. It's worse than when I started this day. I just got back and diagnosed it. Misfires on cylinders 1, 3, and 4. And that's the left row. And the only cylinder that doesn't have a problem is the one where I redid the wiring. I got some error codes, looked them up online, and found someone with a similar issue. On a Mercedes V6, he solved his problem by changing the ignition coil wiring harness of the cylinder that was causing him trouble. I ran a test and checked the connectors. They're all broken. The cylinder 1 connector also has stripped wires. I tinkered with it, restarted, ran another diagnostic, and didn't get any more errors on cylinder 1. I'm going to order connectors and replace the ones for cylinders 1, 3, and 4 by soldering on new ones. If after that I still have engine misfires, I'll give up and sell it for parts. At that point, it's beyond my abilities, and the pleasure of fixing it clearly turns into a nightmare. Like I always say, I'm not a mechanic, and I think that if after doing this the problem persists, unfortunately it's beyond my skills. So, I'll have to stop working on this car and hand it over to someone with more experience than me. The video continues for you, and I'll update you in about 10 days once I get the connectors. We're back a week later, and that's it. I've received the replacement connectors for the Mercedes wiring harness. This is my final challenge before I quit. I'll get it and put it in front of the garage. The weather is great today, so I'm lucky. So, it's going to be a real pleasure to do my little soldering jobs calmly and see if it's finally fixed or if, in the end, I give up and stop here. Well, I feel like not much has changed, except for a lot of water at the bottom and moisture everywhere around the top of the engine. We've had a lot of rainy days, but now it's especially very humid, so we're going to remove the engine cover and calmly start the little soldering jobs. There we go. Alright, we'll simply start with the first one. So we're going to try to get the shortest cable possible. We'll re-insulate everything later. I just hope nothing else goes wrong with the wiring harness, given the state of the connectors. I think I'm on the right track. The challenge is avoiding mistakes. Normally, I can't really. Alright, okay, perfect. Well, I want to say to you, let's go, huh? Well, I think the simplest thing will be for me to get back to you when I've finished all the soldering, because this is going to take a while. There are 12 solder joints to do. So let's keep our fingers crossed that when I'm done, I clear the errors again and everything goes well. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. I've finished the whole wiring harness. It's okay. Pretty good overall. The soldering is perfect. Heat shrink tubing and tape are used. I've re-insulated everything as best I can. I hope that side... anyway, no, I didn't have any cylinder faults on that side. So now I'm going to get my best friend Carly. I'm going to re-diagnose it. I'm going to clear the faults again, and we'll start it up and go for a drive to see if the fault comes back. There we go, it's cleared. Now we'll start it up. I didn't start it. I only turned on the ignition to clear faults with Carly. For now, it's starting. On all 8 cylinders. Right now, there's no problem. It's running well on all 8 cylinders. It's running really smoothly. There's not a single engine movement or anything like that. It's pretty reassuring for now. No check engine light has reappeared, which is surprising since it used to come on instantly before. I'm not celebrating yet, as I'm still suspicious of the electronics. Let's go for a drive and see what happens. Well, listen guys, for now I've been driving the car for 5 minutes. It's behaving surprisingly well. I'm not reassured at all because I don't know why. I feel like something crazy could happen at any moment. No engine warning light, no warning lights. The gearbox is fine. Well, the gearbox has never been a problem. The engine appears to be running smoothly. Everything's fine and my range is quickly increasing. My fuel consumption is decreasing. When I had the Lambda issue, I couldn't get it below 25 liters per 100 kilometers. It was running very rich. So now, the fact of driving it might clean it out a little bit maybe, or something like that. I was still in the preheating phase. I let it run at home for a bit. So it went up to 40 liters per 100 kilometers. Now we're at 17 liters per 100 kilometers. It's only going down. For now, everything's fine. It's very too quiet. I don't really like that. It's crazy how much I've completely lost confidence in this car. That means that today, even just a trip to Pyramid Moto, for example, for those who know where we ride with Nicholas, I'm going to bring them something they asked me for. Doesn't reassure me at all. I feel like I'm driving it as if it's going to explode. That means I'm driving it very gently. Even though for now everything's fine, listen, I'm going to keep driving it. And let's say I'll get back to you in about 20 minutes. If anything happens, or maybe this will be the end of this episode and the car will finally be fixed. Alright guys, I'm back from a road test that lasted 37 minutes and covered 25 kilometers. I'll let you see for yourselves. There's no more check engine light. Everything went surprisingly well. You see, 37 minutes, 25 kilometers. So I pushed it a bit at the end to see if by accelerating the check engine light would come on. The car, it's running perfectly on all 8 cylinders. Now I can finally do what I've wanted since buying this car.